Sunny Radio, where it's always in the 80s. Thank you for listening on a Friday. At this time each week, we shine the sunny spotlight on the Sioux Empire United Way and the different organizations that they are a part of or they're somehow associated with. And this week, we get to look at Active Generations, and we have Priscilla Thornton with us. Priscilla, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Fantastic as well. Thank you very much for taking the time to chat with us. Now, Active Generations, that group's been around for a while, haven't you guys?
We have. We're going to celebrate our 50th year in 2018. So we've been here since 1968.
And you've done a lot of really good things in that amount of time. Now, the Sioux Empire United Way is associated how? What is your relationship with them?
Well, the United Way is a great partner with us for some of our programs, and particularly they help us with our senior nutrition program, our Daybreak program, our Workers on Wheels program, our Bridges employment program. So we're very excited to be partners with United Way, and they help us in the Sioux Empire to serve more clients.
That is really cool. And you guys do such a darn good job with that as well. And it's a great organization, Active Generations. Like we were just saying, almost 50 years they've been around and have impacted a lot of wonderful people in that time in a very positive way. Let's talk about, we'll start with the food and nutrition programs. Let's talk a little bit about how those programs work and how people get involved there.
Exactly, yes. And so a lot of us know us, of course, as Meals on Wheels, which is, of course, a international program, actually. So it's all over the country. And we've been doing Meals on Wheels since 1968. And, again, serving seniors in their home, again, was the main reason we started that program. Obviously, for people who cannot get out and get a meal, then we're going to deliver a meal to them. So currently we are doing about 400 clients a day.
Wow.
Delivering those meals. And again, it's eligible to anybody who's 60 and over. Homebound is the requirement. And without those meals, a lot of people honestly couldn't stay in their own home because it's often their only warm meal of the day. And again, it's hard to get out when you're getting older, maybe can't get groceries, hard to prepare a meal. So it really does meet those nutritional needs and the caloric needs of people that are unfortunately able to get out of their home.
And I've got some of the numbers here. It says in 2016, 3,900 clients were provided with more than 218,000 meals. And I love this part. It talks about where these are located because a lot of the time people just think about Sioux Falls, but no, it's Sioux Falls, Brandon, Canton, Hudson, Lenox, Parker, Chancellor, Centerville, Del Rapids, Colton, Hartford, Montrose, Salem. I mean, you guys get out there, don't you?
Exactly. Yes, we do. We have about 14 or so locations across the 7-county region that we serve, and we also partner with some restaurants in smaller communities, like in Salem, it's a restaurant. Montrose is a restaurant. So we also partner with restaurants where we don't have a commercial kitchen, and then those restaurants provide meals to the seniors. So in addition to Meals on Wheels, we do a congregate or in-house dining, so that's always provided also through all those different areas. So we'll provide in-house dining, like people can come to Active Generations, have a meal, or again, of course, Meals on Wheels in all the sites as well.
So if there's somebody listening that maybe would say, hey, I would really like to help with that, are you guys looking for volunteer drivers to help out right now?
Absolutely. It's a wonderful opportunity, and we have wonderful volunteers that drive with us, and we always could use more. And honestly, the program is growing so much in Sioux Falls that we need more drivers just so we can open up additional routes. We do have waiting lists on a few of our routes, but they don't tend to stay too long, but there are waiting lists on some routes. And if we had enough drivers, then we could actually create more routes and serve more people. Because as we know, our Sioux Falls is growing so big and it's so spread out that we have to have a lot of different routes. Currently, we have about 28 routes in the city.
So, if somebody wants to volunteer to be a driver, what are the requirements that they? I'm assuming need to have a driver's license. I'm assuming.
Yep, exactly. It's all volunteer, so it's your vehicle and so forth, and it's your time, and then we just basically, they need about an hour of their day, and a lot of people will do it during their lunch hour, maybe take an early lunch to do it, so they'll come at about 10:45, and then they will drive their route, and then they will drop the bag off here at Active Generations or one of our drop-off sites, and off they go. And they can do as much or as little as they like. A lot of people like to pick one route, maybe in a neighborhood that they're comfortable or they know about, or they just learn a route and are enjoying that and get to see the same people each day, too, which is very nice because it kind of gives a little bit of a wellness check for the person inside the home, too. Hi, Mary, how are you doing? Here's your meal. Are you doing okay? Yep, doing okay. And off they go to the next route, to the next person. So it's really a very rewarding opportunity just to kind of get to know people and give a happy smile, that kind of thing. So it takes about an hour of time. Again, Monday through Friday. A lot of times, which we're really encouraged by, is businesses will help us, and they'll kind of share, like an office will do it. And so maybe they have, 5 people in an office, and they'll do it one time a week or something like that. So it's kind of nice but they're sharing the same route, so that kind of thing. Or
That's
individuals
really cool.
that want to come and help us, yeah.
And now, somebody would like to help do this. How do they get a hold of you? How do they sign up to become a volunteer driver?
Yes, we have several different ways. We have, of course, they can just call our office, our Meals on Wheels office, or Active Generations in general number, and then that can be, we will contact them, and they basically just fill out an application, and we do a little orientation about the process and everything, and they're ready to go. Otherwise, 211 Helpline also has information, and that's a resource for us as well.
Well, thank you so much for doing what you guys do. I absolutely appreciate what you're doing, and it's wonderful that the Sioux Empire United Way is working with you to help fund some of this to make it happen. So thank you for doing what you're doing, Priscilla.
I thank you for this opportunity, and it was just such a rewarding way to go to work every day. So I just really am blessed in that. Thank you.
Definitely. Again, the Meals on Wheels program through Active Generations, and that's one of the many organizations and one of the many programs that are affected by your contribution to the Sioux Empire United Way. If you do that through your paycheck each week and have it automatically taken out, thank you so much for doing that. I know when they come around and ask people to do it, in Sioux Falls, people are so wonderful about signing up and saying, yeah, I want to help. And if you don't have that opportunity through work, the good news is you can still make a contribution online. They've got a website set up to make it super simple, super easy, SEUW.org. That stands for Sioux Empire United Way. So just go to SEUW.org. Thanks for listening to Sunny Radio on a Friday.